So in today's video, we are looking at I will be painting the Mind Flayer from Frameworks, and also on the back, as it shows you, you get a insulator arrow. So I've already glued the Mind Flayer together. If you look on the back of the box, what you get is obviously the open mouth. I preferred that head. I really wanted the the hand holding the brain, but I preferred that arm to that arm. So what I wanted effectively far too much of it, and of course I preferred this head. So I'm far too much of a snob to not want the aesthetic of everything matching, so I had to go with that arm instead. The brain we're going to open with. The insulator devourer we're going to open with first, which is going to be very easy and very quick. And all we're going to do is, on the brain, just dry brush it with some Bugman's Glow and cover over all of that brain. The Mind Flayer and its skin tone we will do as well, which we will start with Nightmarish Night. And eventually we're going to build up to Gene Stealer Purple. But that's how we're going to start. Obviously, if you've seen my other videos, if you've seen plenty of other painting tutorials, you know exactly how to dry brush. But if you don't, then of course, here we go. So, just get a little bit on our brush. And then all we have to do brush over this brain, which is not going very well right now. I need a bit more. Just to cover over the whole thing. Effectively, we'll start on the largest surface areas and getting underneath all of these cracks and crevices. And that's it. Eventually, after that, we will move on to some shading, some right and flesh shade, and same thing for the Mind Flayer. We're going to just dry brush over all of its flesh. Don't worry about making a mess about its costume, because we will tidy that up as time goes on. I've skipped ahead a little on the insulator devourer because it's fairly quick and easy. Effectively, after dry brushing the Cadian flesh shade, I put some Reichland flesh, the Cadian flesh tone over it. I put some Reichland flesh shade, and then just did it with a bit of Kislev flesh. The legs, what I did was did some Zendri dust, and then some Rishabdi bone. But that's it, nice and simple and easy. The Mind Flayer, I've done the same as the legs, as the bone here. I've put some Gene Stealer Purple on its skin. The back on its cloak I've done with corn red, which I'm going to highlight with a bit of Wild Rider red just around the edges. And then there's metal on the what's it on it is lead belcher, which I intend to wash it with some Nolan oil. As you can see, the Gene Stealer Purple is looking great on the skin. And then on the on the robe, I'm going to start doing it with some Dark Reaper, and just sort of like bring out the colours on these edges and highlight it. Do some white eyes, and then these claw. He has some like clawy nails, and you can't really see here, but I'll do those like in Xeris Purple. But this guy is going to be fairly quick and easy. And it's really just bringing up the tones from the Dark Reaper and so forth on the robe. that's it. I'm also going to along the metal here use some Liberated Gold. It's a slightly it's slightly better. It's a slightly different gold to all gold. I did some, like, if you look at the down the bottom there, that Liberated Gold is quite different to the auric gold here. So it's just a slightly lighter lighter gold tone, which is what I'm going to do. But that's what's coming up. Right, so as you can see, I've done all of the fine details on Dot Reaper, just cutting all of these edges. So next, the intention is to bring some of that highlight up with some Thunderhawk blue, just to start to really bring that out. And as you can see, the gold has come up much nicer. I've also done these edges, and I've painted those dots black. I'm also going to do some eyes. I've not done the claws yet, and I'm also going to highlight this this bone staff with a bit of Screaming Skull. But effectively, just some very fine detailing on here. So we just want to not do too much, not make it too thick, and just sort of like light with Thunderhawk blue, and then we'll bring it up again with a Phoenician grey, and that will effectively go somewhere in the region of some really awesome, amazing black colours, which I don't have an example close to hand, but trust me, it will look great. But here we have it, the Mind Flayer. I'm very nearly done. So the Thunderhawk blue's done. I'm just about to start with the Phoenician grey. As you can see, it's just bringing up those highlights on the blues, on the black. Sorry. I've also done some white eyes, which I'm going to start turning into yellow or orange, perhaps. I've done the claws. They don't really come up very well in this lighting, but trust me, they're there. Doesn't really matter anyway. You're not going to notice them at a distance. But so the Phoenician grey, I've also cut down onto with my thinnest brush, which will just do the tiniest edges and highlights and the curves, just to really bring this out a bit more. And here we have it. There it is, done. As you can see, if you look down the side there, I've highlighted the bone tipped stuff and the tips up there with Screaming Skull. I've done the eyes with a very nice and vibrant Fire Dragon Bright. I'll try to bring those out. Around the edges here, and it's better to see on the back too on the underneath. I've done Stormhost Silver on the metal, and of course lastly I've done all of these Thunderhawk blue, which really makes the model pop. As you can see, even at a distance, you can really see that menacingness coming out from the costume. So there it is. I hope this tutorial has given you some ideas, given you some insight. The Frameworks models are both very nice, as you can see, just like the Frameworks Drider was. Which is pretty cool. Next, what I'm going to work on is that Flayer, which is Blue Dragon. So stay tuned, and look forward to seeing you in the next one.